I had some pretty major revelations today and points of growth that I think are really important to share. I'm finally to the point where I'm really ready to let go of my most recent relationship. And I was going through my phone. I finally put all his stuff that he got me away. And I was going through my phone and deleting all of our messages and deleting all of our photos together. And I'm seeing things that I didn't see before or didn't want to see. Just certain ways that he looked into the camera that really made me feel disturbed. And how he really love bombed me in the beginning of the relationship. Told me that I was the one, that he had waited for me for so long. That felt like he found someone that he could let his guard down, let his walls down, and really let someone in. Meanwhile, I found out later, he's saying this to me, meanwhile, he's stalking his ex. So I feel like that was a lie. That whole message that he sent me was a lie. Then he also sent me this message how he was a virgin, and he was a stickler on this. He was not going to budge on this. And that, that was either going to be a deal breaker for me. And right away, that honestly, that put my guard down. I felt like when he said that to me, I could be safe with him. I had been through such a traumatic relationship before him. I really just needed someone that I could lie next to and we could just get to know each other slowly. I really needed a slow love, but nothing about that relationship was slow. Our first night together, the first night we met, I made the mistake of getting us a room. And I thought because of what he said to me, that he was a stickler on keeping his virginity and he really wanted to share it with someone really special. I didn't think he would give it to me, someone that he didn't even know. And he told me during the beginning of the date that, I might change my mind on that. And I was like, I'm totally okay with waiting. But he just didn't get the hint that I needed to wait too. I needed to wait too. I'm just realizing now how much that night traumatized me. I think that's when the trauma bond started. And, I think I felt obligated to make things work because he gave me this gift, supposedly. Now, I'll never even know if he really was a virgin. Because why would he just give it up? Why would he wait for so long and then just give it up to someone he doesn't know? It doesn't make sense to me. He said he was a stickler on it, and it was either going to make or break things with us. God, man, what a freaking whiplash that was. But I'm realizing our first night together, now that I've been sober since most of October, I relapsed a little bit in November, but since the end of November, I've been sober. And I'm realizing our whole relationship, we spent stoned together. So I honestly don't remember a good chunk of us being together because we were stoned the whole time. And every time we were intimate together, even that first time, we were stoned on marijuana. And I don't know how much that played into things, but I don't really remember what it was like being with him. The last time I saw him, I told him I wanted to be sober with him because I was already sober at that time. That was a choice I made on my own. And I remember our time together at that time was really strange. I felt really disconnected with him. I didn't enjoy it. And I'm wondering if it was like that the whole time, but I didn't know it because I was stoned. I remember he didn't really touch me lovingly. I didn't feel connected to him. And I'm making this promise to myself now that I never want to be intimate with a man ever again under the influence of anything. And that's a commitment I'm going to make to myself right now. And I feel like I'm going to make the commitment also of just never being with anyone again unless they're my husband. I know that's kind of traditional. A lot of people aren't doing that anymore, but I feel like that's something I need to do because I've been used and abused by so many men that they love bomb me. They tell me these things. They tell me I'm safe with them. They love me forever. They've never loved anyone like me. And then it just ends up like chaos. It ends up bad. I end up completely traumatized and heartbroken. And I don't want to feel this way. So I think, the next man I'm ever going to be with is going to be my husband on our wedding night. And that's just how it's going to be. I've done it once before. When I was a Mormon for a brief time, I know I can do it. And that time it was really special because we intentionally waited for each other. And so, yeah, I think that's something I'm going to not do anymore. I think a lot of people do have intimacy under the influence, and they might not realize that they're not fully consenting. I'm not talking about partners that have been together for years and years and they've consented long before they started partaking substances with each other. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that barely know each other, or they're together for the first time and they're under the influence. That's what I'm talking about. You can't really consent, I don't feel like. So yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take me. Maybe I'll end up being single for a really long time until I find my special person. But I just know I never want to feel used again. I never want to feel manipulated, love bombed like that again. And if the person can't handle it, they're just not going to be for me. I never just want to feel like I'm just a body to somebody. Like, I'll never forget one of the last things he said to me while we were intimate. I'll never forget that. That really sticks in my brain. Like, he just said, "Oh, I really missed your blah, 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 your body part." And really in that moment, I felt literally reduced to a body part. And I never want to feel that way again with a man. It's just traumatizing as hell. So yeah, I think I'm really ready to move on. I'm really ready to put this behind me, break that trauma bond, and just move on. I made the mistake of trying to reach out to him last night. I think I needed some kind of closure. I had this crazy ass dream that I don't understand. It was so freaking weird. But I'm realizing he wasn't the spiritual connection that I thought he was. I think that was all part of his image that he put on so that I would bond to him. And that's hard. It's hard to face it all and look at the truth for what it really is. But I think that's part of breaking a trauma bond. You have to look all of it, the whole timeline from the day you met, or really from the time you started talking, and put it together. And as I was deleting the messages, I'm putting together the timeline. I'm like, oh my gosh, the whole relationship was just him pretending to be someone. Like, yeah, I'm not going to go into all the detail, but like, I remember he constantly had to check in with who he said was his brother to see if he knew how to do something. If his brother said he knew how to do it, then he knew how to do it. And I remember how weird that felt. He was literally just playing a character to get me. I just never want to feel this way again. All I want from now on is slow love, where we're building a true connection, a true friendship, and this person is truly honoring my body and my soul and my spirit and me as a person. And I'm not going to settle for anything less ever again. And that's just how I feel now. Yeah, I just wanted to get some of that out. It's okay to wait. It's okay to be sober. It's okay to completely change yourself if that's what you need to do to get yourself back. And that's just how I feel. All right. Keep rising, Phoenixes. Love yous. Bye.